Now, Honda's Fireblade, they introduced it in 1992, so some people say you see them everywhere. Well, you certainly do here, because this is Honda's first Blade Day at Silverstone, and there's thousands of them. Now, if you're organising a big event, any event, someone's got to be in charge. And this guy with me, David Dew, their communications manager for Honda, I think you were sort of in charge of this.
We did hatch a plan about 6 months ago, Jeff, that's correct.
And so what is it all about? What started the thinking? Was it a few beers, was it, or?
Well, that had something to do with it, Jeff, I have to say, but it's really, you know, it's a day in celebration of a very special bike, which is the Fireblade, as you know, and we've probably got around 2,000 here. We did early ticket sales for this, and we had about 500. But as you can see today, the sun's
I've
shining.
already seen, yeah.
And
brought them out. Yeah.
We've got them out. We've got them out in droves.
What do you think? What is it about the Blade that has made it so sort of popular? It's become a sort of a modern biking icon, hasn't it?
Well, it has. I mean, it's difficult to describe it without getting too much into cliches and all the rest of it. But in
Go
92,
on, get some cliches.
Well, I suppose in 92 it did rewrite the rule book.
Yeah.
I mean, it really replaced, I suppose, with respect to the others, or not much respect to the others, it replaced the dinosaurs of the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
With GSXR 1100s and X-Ups and the rest of it, which are all 1000cc plus. And the Fireblade came along with 900cc. So it had the power of the thousands, had the weight and the size of the 600, and it absolutely blew people away.
Yeah.
And it's taken a long, long time for anyone to ever get, you know, it's a decade really, to get near that.
And then over the years it's matured, you've been through your different models, but I mean, it's still, can I mention the R1? I've got to mention the R1.
Well, you know, I think the R1, I think Yamaha would quite rightly admit that the R1's got a lot to
yeah, it was
yeah, it was. I mean,
the Blade was the benchmark that they sort of said, we've got to beat the Blade, and if we don't, it's not going to go.
Exactly.
But the Fireblade has still got that niche, though. It's still got this popularity for a hell of a lot of people, and I hope to grab one or two people later anyway and just see what it is.
It's interesting to see what they say, actually, because I think it does turn a lot of people on in a different way.
Yeah.
But you know, it's got a fantastic name. It's not a something. It is, you know, it is a CBR 900, or it is a Fireblade, or it is a Blade. I mean, in a rather un-Honda way. Instead of calling it the CBR 900 RR Biking Festival, it's just Blade Day.
Blade Day.
And you know, we might as well talk the language that customers. I mean, before I worked for Honda, I lusted after a Blade, and I got one.
Yeah.
And I think that anyone who's got a bike now, a super bike now in 2000 or in their last decade, has either had a Blade, they've lusted after one, or they now have a bike that owes an awful lot to the development of the Fireblade.
Yeah. Now, you come to Silverstone, which is a superb track. You've got a Fireblade, so you've got to go out there. And that's what these guys are doing. They're waiting now, and believe me, their hearts are starting to pound away, because I've done this. So they're waiting there. It may as well be a Grand Prix as far as they're concerned. All world superbikes, they're just about to go for it. I'm going to leave them to it. Now, the ordinary Fireblades, there's even customised Fireblades, but what about this one for a shiny Fireblade? Just look at it, everything is polished. Chrome tank, polished alloy frame, he's polished the engine cases, big steel braided hose there, polished the ends of the radiators. Over on the other side is a nitrous bottle as well. Swinging arm, pattern swinging arm done, in fact it looks as though it's his own. Polished subframe, everything polished to the nines. Street Fighter look up the front, stripped down, but very neat. So a Fireblade can be anything you want it to be. So if you're into Street Fighters, but not necessarily just shiny ones, what about this? Neat 3-spoke wheel in metallic blue, upswept exhaust, all in stainless steel. And again, the big aero-equipped steel hoses, Street Fighter front end, all very trick, all very tasty. And then look at this, yellow peril here. Nice aftermarket exhaust there, his own swinging arm, nice colour scheme. And again, blue wheels, nice shiny rims, all tricked up, looking the business. And a very neat front end there with tiny headlights. And look at this one, a purple people eater if ever there was one. But hang on a minute, that's not a Blade at all. It says Suzuki down there, that's cheating. So let's say you've got your Blade, but your partner's not too keen on the pillion seat. Easy, you simply add a third wheel and a chair on the side. Just look at this. And what he's done is lowered this whole thing. It's got 13-inch wheels on it, front and rear, leading link front forks, done a bit of Street Fighter stuff up the end with the twin headlights, nitrous oxide for that extra bit of kick, and a nice twin exhaust system at the back. Looks very trick, and a bit like the old checker seat on there. Looks totally mad.